presenting a Jukebox musical, working title Shiny New by Tess Borsnick.
My name is Sarah Clifford. I'll be playing Isla.
I'm Taji Steele. I'll be playing June.
I'm Elizabeth Boucher. I'll be playing Eloise.
I'm Jordan Green. I'll be playing the piano accompanist.
I've never loved another as I've loved you and you still. But I wonder when they're through with me, I wonder if I will. So remember things I've said to you and say them back to me, and maybe you can rescue me. Have you ever missed a call from a doctor's office or something and all the message will say is to call them back? I know it's confidentiality stuff, but apparently it's some sensitivity training they get too. We can't leave bad news on a voicemail for someone to stumble across.
This is the Alfred Wilson Psychiatric Ward calling in regards to a patient of ours.
It's already 2:20. I better be getting a very entertaining excuse when you get here, if you ever get here. And if you do not get here, I'm not answering the call about how you forgot me here, okay? I will delete that message, okay? So hurry it up, lady. Hi. Fine, but you're not off the hook.
Hi. Sorry, was that important?
No, it was just you.
Me? Oh, yep, my bad. I didn't hear it ring.
Is the ringer on?
It is... no.
All right, here, give me your credit card.
Why?
Because it's 2:25 and you're buying coffee. I'll order so you can think up a good excuse for why you're this late.
Shit, how high are these stakes?
Nothing short of alien abduction. You want a latte?
Oh, no thanks.
Okay, do you want anything?
I'm sort of cutting out caffeine, actually.
Okay, what is that? What am I not getting?
Fine. I'm going to have a baby.
Wait, what?
I'm having a baby.
You mean you're pregnant?
Well, yeah.
Dude, are you sure?
I mean, yeah. I didn't want to tell anyone until I was really sure.
So who else did you tell?
No, you're the first person I'm telling. Isla, what's wrong?
Nothing's the matter. You just kind of caught me off guard, I guess.
Not really. I just told you I'm pregnant. I didn't tell you it's yours or anything.
Right, well, whose is it, though?
Mine?
No, come on, June. Who's the dad?
He isn't going to be in the picture.
That's it?
That's it.
June, are you okay with that? You're suddenly just a single mother?
No, I'm a single pregnant lady. I'll be a single mother in about 7 months.
June, I'm sorry. It's just, you're taking this all so lightly. Have you talked to Dr. Gibson about this yet?
Isla, I said you were the first person I told. I didn't mean first after my therapist. And you know, I figured maybe my mom would be next, not my psychiatric staff members.
June,
They were going to be next week.
would you just listen for a second? I'm not trying to attack you.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to make sure that you're okay, that you're going to be okay. What happens when you get low? What happens if you stay low, or if you suddenly want to run away from it all for a few weeks, or you check into a facility, or Christ, what if you run out of money, or you get a new job, or you meet a new guy, or any of the million of things that could happen? It just doesn't seem like you've thought any of this through, June.
I've thought about all of it. Shockingly, Isla, a few of your spur-of-the-moment accusations have actually occurred to me in the last 2 months, or hell, in the 12 years since the first diagnosis. You do not know better than me about all of this. I'm sorry.
I just have to ask if this is really what you want.
I'm already pregnant. What good does asking do?
Right then. Next time, if you've already broken the news, I'll keep my opinions all to myself. How about that?
Or maybe next time, I'll keep it to myself before I bother telling you.
It was just a question.
You had a lot of questions, actually.
June,
I'm not the crazy girl who's going to run out of here in tears or screaming or making a scene over just a question. So I think you ought to leave now.
Eyes on the prize, and I can't capsize this time, 'cause there's somebody else in the boat. Used to live alone in a tomb I made my own, but now I've gone and given up my hope. And it's cold outside, but I'm just fine. You are mine to keep warm. Down, down, down I go, on a road that I don't know, and I ain't got a thing in my bag. Some things you cannot plan, like your hand in mine. Just put your hand in mine. And it's cold outside, but I'm just fine. You are mine to keep warm. Yeah, it's cold outside, but I'm just fine. You are mine to keep warm. Sables and wine till the end of time. Oh, you give me much more than that. Diamond rings and beautiful things. Oh, you give me much more than that. When you yeah, it's cold outside, but I'm just fine. You are mine to keep warm.
You didn't see her again for the rest of the pregnancy, but after she had the baby, you called and she invited you over. She wanted you two to be better or different or whatever else.
you want to hear something ridiculous? This stupid little part of me had the idea that she was going to tell me she'd named her daughter after me. And it'd be this big cliche lifetime movie moment. And I knew that was all fake, but it kept popping into my head and making these nonsense expectations.
Were you disappointed?
Oh no! Or I guess, yes. It didn't happen, so yes, I don't actually think I would have liked it if she had. You know what I would do with that? I like Ellie better anyways. Not that it even matters.
I like it too.
The party is Saturday the 26th, little Ellie's 4th birthday. I know it's a few weeks late, but it's the first weekend I could really get free.
I don't think Eloise is really gonna notice anyways.
You'd be surprised. The little girl pays attention. Plus, I think their birthday is like the first thing that kids decide is worth keeping track of. Something to do with all of the cake, if you ask me.
Smart kids. Who else gets an invite?
My mom came last year, and I doubt she'll make the trip up again so soon. Wyatt will be there, though, and 1 or 2 couples from the neighborhood or the old baby classes.
Baby classes?
Yeah, Mommy and Me or toddler parkour or whatever they were.
Right. And wait, Wyatt. Do I know Wyatt?
Wyatt, half-brother Wyatt.
Oh, your dad's Wyatt. I thought you two barely spoke. When did he make the birthday shortlist?
When he left his wife and turned out to be a decent guy with some very bad influences.
Well, congratulations.
To us both.
How about Ellie, though? Are you two doing the big kindergarten class invite thing?
Just a few friends.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Is everything okay with Eloise? Like, at school?
No, she loves her class. She's great.
So what isn't great, June?
To put it nicely, I'll say some of those moms raised nicer kids than their parents did.
So, Ellie's making friends, but you're the one getting bullied.
No, really, that's clever.
Okay. But when have you ever let anyone get to you before now?
Sure, but it's not just me anymore, is it? If they want me gone, where does that leave Ellie?
Gone? Who wants you gone?
Nothing. It's not going anywhere anyways.
Hang on, something actually happened?
I had to go in for an evaluation.
You what?
The second one, actually. The first was when Ellie was still only a few months old. But honestly, she probably won't remember this one either.
Remember what? What actually happened?
An anonymous call to CPS. They called her out of class to ask her some questions while they told me I had to schedule a mental health and competency screening. My mom had to drive down for the night. It's why she can't be back so soon for the party.
Child Protective Services, June, why?
Someone who thought they heard something, or thought they would hear something, or thought they just knew best.
But they cleared you.
Of course they cleared me. They cleared me last time, and they'll clear me next time someone decides they get to be the one calling the shots regarding my daughter.
Right, but what if you decided it?
What?
Well, look, nobody else has any right to be sticking their noses in your business, but have you ever thought about taking some time for yourself? Maybe decompressing a little?
I've got a kid, Isla. I can't just set her aside for a week to go on break.
But you could ask your mom for help, or Wyatt, or me even. Have you even ever needed just to step back?
I've never wanted to.
Are you sure you're being realistic, June? I'm sorry, but if there really was something they think they heard, I know you're a good mother to Eloise, but it wouldn't make you a bad mother to admit to yourself if you needed a little help even now and then.
I've never been perfect. I'm not getting any more perfect now, but I would never do anything that hurt Ellie.
There are a lot of ways you can hurt a person, June.
Yeah, I know. I could leave her.
Okay, you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have the time to interpret how this was all meant to sound, all right? You can figure that one out and get back to me. Or, you know what? Don't. June, I have to pick up my daughter, Isla.
There were more apologies and some letters and phone calls over the years, but this time it was like they just wouldn't quite stick. June was cleared by her evaluation, and the next one 2 years later, and again 3 years after that. But not the next one. So little Ellie's 10th birthday was visiting her mom in the County Psychiatric Institute. No balloons were allowed on the premises. You know, that woman hated any little thing that felt like treatment. She was always so certain that she should never have been there in the first place. So whenever anybody tried to come in and make her be different, she'd get more and more insistent that she didn't want to be any different. But basically that just meant they wouldn't let her leave, and all that fighting and holding out wasn't easy for her. When I look back, I can see how over the months there were the hints about it. June doesn't want visitors became June isn't seeing visitors, became June isn't well enough to see visitors, became... She'd never turn away her little girl, though. Never hang up on her, never not answer a letter. She was June's whole world, her whole reason to keep up the fight. But when you don't want anybody else to see you, how often can your 11-year-old really make it out to visit her mom in the mental hospital?
This is the Alfred Wilson Psychiatric Ward calling in regards to a patient, June Linfield. We need to speak to Miss Linfield's next of kin about a sensitive matter. At your earliest convenience, please call us back at 860
Today's the day I've lost it finally, and assuring me they're curing me of all my evil ills. They say they're saving me, they're saving me, so that help me think I was fine before they got to me, but now I'm on the brink of other They've called the doctors, today's the day I've lost it finally, and they're putting me away. They've tried to steal my thoughts and all my memories of you, but I clung tight to them, 'cause I always knew. So let a million men in their bright white jackets try and erase you from my mind, but when they bring me back to you and tell you that I'm shiny new, the girl that you see may not be me.
From all of us at Alfred Wilson, we offer our deepest condolences to all of Miss Linfield's friends and family.
And what she wanted was a to fill the house with things she loved, to walk a garden that she owned, and lie and sleep upon its upon its And what she wanted was a child to fill the house with their own bones, to carry them up to their room, and there they'd walk within their dreams, within their Don't be sure that sky, rain down on rain
you remember, but I was at her funeral. You were still pretty young, though.
11, but I remember. That's the first time I remember you from.
I can't say I'm surprised. Before that, you were only 3 or 4 years old.
You never did make it to another birthday party.
No. I hate knowing that your mom and I weren't friends when she passed away, but that's selfish.
I don't know that that's true.
Going on about how bad things were for me when June died in a mental institution she never should have been in the first place? You're allowed to call me selfish, Eloise.
I would if I wanted to, but I don't. It wasn't any of our faults, and it was really bad for all of us on the outside of things, too. Just because it wasn't as bad doesn't mean we have to ignore it. But I meant the other thing. I think you were her friend.
I could never actually help her when she needed it. I just made things worse between us over and over again.
I think the whole thing was that she didn't want you to help her, though. She didn't want anyone's help, but she did want you. Even at the end, I think you were a support for her, knowing that she still had you outside. I think that's a friend.
Well, if I was a support, you were her reason. I hope you really know how much June loved you, how much you made her better. She lived for you, Ellie.
I just wish she could have lived for me. Not that I've got any misplaced blame, I know that. But I wish I'd had her longer.
You were still just 9 when she was committed, weren't you? Do you remember her well? Outside?
All my outside memories are clearer. The end kind of blends together a little, but the stuff before all feels more important. There's a house. It's not on a hill. A lane's chipping off of the old windowsill. There's a tree in the front yard. It's older than me, and older than all of you. There's a smell that the heat makes. It reminds me of Christmas and her birthdays in December. I When she'd fall asleep